Hey guys, I'm here with Ace MTG. Super excited. We're going to be doing a collaborative draft here for a premiere draft of Birders of Karlov Manor. Ace, you want to say hi?
Yeah, hi everybody. Really excited. Did myself a test draft last night, so I wanted to be a little prepared, so I can't wait. The set looks like a ton of fun. I went to the pre-release for this as well, so I got a few ideas and thoughts, and I can't wait to hear yours as well.
And Ace just rolled in there and did a 7-0 draft, so super excited to get his input. My drafts have been kind of a little bit all over the map, anywhere from 0-3 to 7-2, so yeah, really excited. Haven't done limited content in a super long time, so let's dive in. All right, here we go.
Now, I will say, I think the pre-release definitely helped me out a bit, because my thoughts originally going into this format was I thought it was going to be a little quicker than it was, but because of the disguise mechanic, things were pretty slow. I mean, there wasn't a ton of 2-drops going around.
Yeah. And I feel like you need a lot more mana in this format. So probably definitely running 17 or maybe even 18 is right. I have no idea.
Yeah, I was liking 17, but
17 felt pretty good. Okay, here we go. Oh, Delny right off the top. Oh my god.
Do you want?
Wow.
Do you like the format like that? Do you want to change that so we see it a little bigger?
Sure. A little bit bigger. Here we go. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so we've got the rare Delny. This guy's completely busted in standard. That being said, it still seems like a pretty powerful ability here for limited. I'm not sure kind of what you're thinking here, Ace, but otherwise we have some really strong removal. We've got Makeshift Binding. We have Coerce to Kill, which is a bit more expensive, but super... I mean, it's like a control magic, essentially.
So, yeah, I like a few cards. So I do like the Binding, like you said. I love the little dog right there. It flips up. It's great value for Boros. And then there's the black removal spell as well, which I didn't think was good. But because the format is so slow, so often...
We got 3 seconds. I think we're going to take Delny here.
Yeah. Sorry, right on time. So I was just going to say, so my thinking behind is how often are you going to get to play with the rare or the mythic? If it's early picks, I take it, see what happens.
Yeah. And so here, this is actually a pretty strong pack. So we've got Cold Case Cracker in blue, which is
fantastic,
really top tier, I think. Novice Inspector, which is amazing in white. You've got this great removal here in black, the Long Goodbye, to destroy mana value 3 or less. And then you have, I've actually been really surprised and impressed by Get a Leg Up.
Yeah.
1 mana, +4/+4. I think this card is much better than I originally thought. Decent removal here, make your move in white. So kind of all over the map here. I kind of like taking the best card I see here for the first 4 picks before settling into a color. What are you thinking?
For me, I would take Novice Inspector. I like to try and cut the color that I think I'm going with, but Long Goodbye is my second choice.
Yeah, I like Novice Inspector a lot. It's there's so few 1-drops you run, and it's such good value.
So that's my thing. It's in our color. It's super strong. You don't get many 1-drops. You get the value out of it as well. We could potentially have artifact synergies now as well. So
totally. And here, let's see. So we've got. I wasn't thinking too highly on Seasoned Consultant, but this thing actually is very good in the 2-drop slot. It can block the disguised creatures pretty well. It attacks pretty well once you've got 3.
Especially if you're going Boros, which is a little more aggressive.
Right. And I don't really like the rare here. It doesn't really do much. No. It's expensive. You've got Due Diligence, which is a nice thing to go and search for if you get the 1/4 guy that searches. Runebrand Juggler is the other card here that is pretty good on removal, but I kind of want to stay here in white and just sort of see where this goes.
I agree. I would go with that. I mean, we're out of time, but my other option, I do actually like that green 4/2. Can't remember the name at the moment.
Oh yeah, the guy who it's hard to block.
Just because none of the disguised creatures can block it, and I just have found in limited so far, you get so many disguised creatures out there. So
totally. Here, Market Watch Phantom is a fantastic 2/2 that flies most of the time.
Yeah.
Other strong cards we have are Gearbang Orangutan, which usually you can sack an artifact to make it a 4/4 reach, which is kind of nuts. And then Lockset on Eavesdropper, just such good value. This here being our 4th pick, I think it's still a bit early. I think going with staying white here because these are pretty close. That's sort of how I feel. What do you think?
I agree too. I think sticking in the color at this point is fine because there's nothing that's screaming out to me, let's jump and splash something yet.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna like keep the mind open though. Okay, so
Now
crowd
is where I would
control
want to.
warden.
Yeah, that's exactly where my eyes went to.
Yeah, I'm like, this card is just like a busted common. I've played this like a couple times as like a 7/7 or 8/8.
Absolutely.
It just feels completely out of hand.
I try
every
not to
time.
ever really disguise it because I don't want it to die easily like that.
No, yeah, exactly.
But, I mean,
And-
worst case scenario, you literally have nothing else to do turn 3. You can at least do it. But by the time
Right.
you actually play this turn 5, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Other cards here, like Curious Inquiries, certainly can be pretty good. I'm not seeing a lot else that I really like here. I guess Repulsive Mutation could be kind of cool,
It's
but
great,
this is on our
but
colors.
we're not splashing into that. That to me is a slam dunk. We take it. And
Totally.
right here, I love our Flying Lifelink Disguise because we don't... Actually, either one of them, huh?
Yeah, these are both pretty
Wow.
good. They can both go into white. We've also got Due Diligence. I actually have been very impressed with this as an aggressive card.
Yeah.
I don't think we need it this early, but I think it's something to keep our eye out for. There was another one that was kind of floating around.
Yeah, I think we could
here I think
always
it's-
find another. So I think getting a flyer like this is pretty important.
I think this is between these two here.
100%.
I don't know which one is better, to be honest.
If we're more aggressive, right, we like the Vigilance. So
Okay, yeah, I think we ended up going with the
Yeah.
Vigilance one. We sort of ran out of time. And it's funny because now black is kind of looking a little open, which is
because
totally okay.
we only have one green card. For me, I like the... Sorry, when I look at the screen, it's hard for me to read the name of the card.
Oh, sure,
But
yeah.
the 1/3 flyer, that's what I love. That just
Okay,
has
yeah,
so
so
much
we've-
value.
We got definitely good value there. The Projector Inspector could be pretty good in Blue-White Humans. Been really impressed with Night Drinker Moroi. But I think, yeah, I'm willing to like take this 1/3 and sort of try it out. It seems like it's got good value.
And I'm taking the 3/2 flyer again right here. Keeps us still in white.
Totally. Yeah, all that being said, the Granite Witness, I'm happy to see it here. Notably, this is a good red signal, this Gearbang Orangutan. This is, something to keep our eye out for. I think I still want Granite Witness here.
I think it's a good signal, but if you look at it, we've only seen 2 orangutans in red and nothing else. So
True. That's a good point. Here, Unauthorized Exit, this is a clear signal that blue is open. This is an amazing removal spell, taking this 100%.
yeah, nothing else we would want to jump into.
Wow. Look at this blue.
Yeah, the blue.
Man.
I mean, I cannot believe Cold Case Cracker is still there. That's
I know,
a
right?
100% sign. That to me is one of Blue's strongest commons, if
I think
not the
it's like
strongest.
I think it's like probably the best
Yeah.
one. I mean, Sprite is really good too, but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm happy to take
yeah.
Cold Case Cracker. And actually, I kind of like Thinking Cap here.
Yeah.
Like, especially in blue
Well,
white. you've got a
blue-white,
ton
you
of
have,
different-
that's where you actually have most of your detectives. That's where the Lord for the detectives is in your
Yeah.
Azorius, so...
Yeah. And then really happy to see Out Cold. This is a
Yeah.
great trick. Super late orangutan, but
I'm really pushing us now to, I mean, yeah, blue looks just open.
blue looks super open. We just opened up no witnesses. Oh my god. That
What is your feeling on Wraths in Limited, playing with them?
I feel like they're pretty busted.
Yeah.
I mean, like
I mean, if we're
it's
behind,
never-
great clear board. If not, we put out just a little something, let them think they're ahead, and then
Totally.
just crush them.
yeah.
So, yeah.
And if we can wheel like this Inside Source, the Sprite, or the Witness, like we're super
Yeah,
happy
so we got
with
3
it.
other cards we still would like in this pack, and how open blue was last time, I think we're going to get one to come around.
For sure, yeah. If you were other colors, notably, there's like a Krenko here. There's a Nyx Weaver, which are both interesting.
Yeah,
but like
next
we're
best would be
solidified
Boros splashing into red if we had already gone red at all.
for sure. But
And
yeah,
maybe
we
the
just opened a
Krenko
bomb.
will open up red where somebody will start taking some, so...
Yeah. Here, wow, this is another just crazy pack. Like we've got another Cold Case Cracker here. I think the removal, we don't have much yet, and this is one of the best.
So here's the thing, though, is if looking at our deck, we feel we're more aggro,
True.
that removal ends up becoming just kind of a dead card because we're always keeping our opponent on the back foot. They're never attacking. We do nothing with it. If we feel we're a little slower, then yeah, it's 100% we take that.
Yeah. I think that it's a decent hedge here. I think, we could also take like Seasoned Consultant if we want to really push. But I think this is a pretty strong take.
Yeah, especially with having a Wrath. We already might want to be sitting back a little bit, letting them take the lead so we could wipe out that board.
Sure. Wow. God, look at these cards here. We've got, okay, another Cold Case Cracker, a Novice Inspector. Man, I think let's see how we're doing on our curve here.
For me, it's a Novice Inspector. 1-drops are so key. We already...
That's true. This is less replaceable. I would say that. I would agree.
I mean, they both investigate, so we're both getting the clue token, and we already... If we had no other flyers, I would say yes, take it. But we already have 2 of our witnesses.
2 of the witnesses, yeah. No, I think you're totally right there. Okay, so here we have... I kind of looking at, like, Deduce.
Yeah.
I guess if we were short on 2-drops and we're like... Gravestone Strider is not great, but like, you know, if you really, really, really need 2-drops, we're not there yet.
If we're splashing too, in my pre-release,
Yeah.
I was splashing, and that card came in just huge, but I don't think we are.
I don't really like Defenestrated Phantom. Like, it's fine, but it's slow.
Exactly.
Behind the Mask is like okay, but I think I just want the Deduce.
I agree. If we had no flowers, I would say sure, we have a turn 3 play, and there we go. We do get the enchantment to...
The enchantment. Yeah. And I think we already have one out cold, so I
Yeah.
don't think we need a second one. This is very powerful, especially if you're going aggressive.
Especially with some flyers, especially if we have enough 1-2 drops. Curving into it's really nice.
There's notably the undercover Crocodile, and this is fine, but I think I like being a little bit cheaper, and I think Due Diligence is going to be just fine.
Yeah. The amount of flyers we have, I just think sometimes in a limited game, you could win just off the back of that.
Totally. Here we have 2 unauthorized exits. I guess take your pick. Yep.
Yeah, I would take that over still the flyer. So that would be, I agree. It's good. I mean, I think maybe easy draft because we've been agreeing on most of these.
Yeah. No, to be said, like, there's a lot of good other cards here. Like Unscrupulous Agent. Like, we've seen so many Eavesdroppers. That's going to be a sick deck. But I think that, like, our colors just kind of... Whew, yeah. I guess what we would cut here, I'd probably cut the Radical. It's probably the best card.
Yeah, and because we could still have potential green bomb, and we already have a good green card. It's hard to get us out of a color, and I don't think we have enough to splash. But you never know what bomb might come up, so I would just go for the best card here.
For sure. Okay, I like Make Your Move here. This can be an aggressive removal spell. Having like 1 Hotshot Investigators also feels pretty good, but I don't want to like actively look
for right here. I like the removal, and that's one we guarantee we could use. You know your opponent's going to have something that has power 4 or greater.
Totally. I guess we just take the land.
I take the land, yeah. Extra value late game. At least you get a 2/2 out of it.
Right. And actually, Faith Flight. This is kind of interesting. So hexproof, and then it gives it flying. That feels pretty good. I guess we could take the Snuffler. I guess we have a thinking cap. I took the
Yeah,
Faith Flight.
I probably would have just taken it.
The Snuffler or the Faith Flight?
The Faith Flight, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Burden of
I mean, the
Proof here,
5-drop, I just found it to be too slow for a 4/4.
It does seem pretty slow, yeah.
All right, now we're looking for a bomb now.
Okay. Another bomb, right? Yeah, because we already got one.
Wow.
So here, I think just the easy dramatic accusation, just another piece of removal.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean,
we already have like 3-4.
We have enough 4-mana flyers, but I think that would be my second choice. Nothing else excites me.
And then we're just like hoping to maybe get back like one of these 3 cards, like Familiar, Reasonable Doubt, or Tracker. But
yeah, you don't. I mean, Pat, you don't love. I mean, you'll take it. We already have 27 cards.
Not all
those
of these
green.
are going to make the deck. But
most of these are white and blue. I think we only have about 4 or 5 others. So we're looking for 3-4 strong cards out of this pack.
Totally agree.
Oh my gosh, what a good card!
Look at that Massacre Girl. Yeah.
To me, though, Cold Case Cracker though is where I'm at.
Yeah, I think it's worth talking about Case of the Filched Falcon. This can be pretty powerful, especially since we have 2 Novice Inspectors. So just having like artifacts. I guess like what else do we have that makes tokens? Like we have
we have the cold cracker, and we have our 2.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough
inspectors.
though. I think the cold case cracker is still probably the move on this one.
Yeah, there's a chance at tables.
Is also good. I doubt it would table. But you never know. But yeah, second cold case cracker feels pretty good. Wow, we have our choice here between Coveted Falcon.
Yeah, can you hover over that one for a second? I just can't remember. So this one is,
yeah, if you disguise it, you can then like flip it up and give some of your permanents to your opponent and then like draw cards. And so that's, I've never actually played with it, so I don't know how good it is.
Yeah, I haven't either, and it seems a little tricky to make work, but...
It seems, I mean, like, we don't have that many 2-drops, and, like, I could be, like, completely missing something here, but I kind of just want to take the Consultant, since we are somewhat aggressive.
If we had more ways to pump up our the 1/2 flyer, the Thrall, oh my gosh, another Novice Inspector.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm jumping right on that.
Yep. Candlestick is interesting. Like, if it wasn't in the pack, maybe we take the Candlestick here. Having one on the job also is, like...
Yeah, not bad. Especially if you have a pretty big board.
Wow, another... Sure. Why not?
We're going to the air, and that's how we're going to win here. The good old Azorius flyer plan in limited. I've taken that to a lot of victories.
A private eye? Are you kidding me?
Okay. We found
all
the
right,
Lord.
We're
really
like,
quick,
look
though,
at all these cards that are still
do
here.
We have?
An absurd amount, I'm sure.
Do we?
Yeah, we have 11.
Okay, yes, then that is 100%, no question.
And it's like a 3/3. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
already
Lost in the
3/3
Maze?
is good.
What? This is like, okay, you remember Wave of Indifference, like from way back?
Yeah.
Like tap, like X creatures.
That's exactly what we want for a flying deck too. Right? Tap down their big things, hold them down where we peck away and get in for the victories. And we have the backup with a Wrath too. Yeah.
Yeah, this feels totally out of hand. Do we want another flyer, or do we just like want a 2-drop here?
So the thing is, if your collection needs the Surveil land, you just take it because we're not going to play anything else. So if you're looking for vault value, if not, then I'd say the 3/2 flyer is my next best because we don't need a splash. I don't care personally about the 1/3 right now. If we didn't have enough 1 and 2 drops, of course I need something on the curve, but
here I think like we have so many 4-drop flyers. I'm just gonna take the reasonable doubt.
I doubt we'll play it, but we already have enough of the others.
Projector Inspector is quite good, actually. Happy to see it.
Yeah.
We potentially could play Fairy Snoop, but probably won't. Oh, I suppose we could actually play Technician, which is maybe a little better. Again, I don't think we're playing either of those cards. Like, our deck is pretty well built.
Yeah, I think it's done.
We should have more than enough playables for sure. Yeah, so let's build it. Okay. Here, I like this layout here.
Yes, I like that layout for the build, too. I agree.
So let's just cut the easy stuff.
So let's go ahead and get rid of all those green and black and see what we have.
Yeah, I don't think we're running this Technician, at least not right now.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
I think I lost him for a second.
Oh, you still got me? Ace, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Lost you for a second.
Okay, yeah. We're still good, I think. Can you still see my screen? Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I still can. All right.
Yeah, so now we're up to, let's see, we got 48 cards here. Let's just make some of the easy cuts. I think wow, we have so many good cards. This is ridiculous.
We're going to have to add some land, too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we're, there we go. Now we're up to 17.
I'd go 8 and 8 and yeah.
Yes.
So we have 10 cards to cut.
10 cards to cut. So I think let's start with Behind the Mask. We could bring it back in if we need to. I don't think we need it necessarily.
Yeah, I agree.
Next, I would probably cut these Reasonable Doubts. We might put some back in.
Yep.
Let's see. Deduce.
I think this is kind of a grindy format. So if we were a slow deck and on turn 2, that's all we have to do, great. But I feel like those counters would end up being a late game for us which aren't going to serve a value.
Yeah. So next on the chopping block for me would be Deduce. I think it's fine, but it just...
We have already so much just creature-based to investigate.
Right. And then we have, let's see. So this brings us down to 6 more cards to cut. Let's take a look at our... Oh, yeah, Benthic Criminologist. I don't think we need this necessarily. It's kind of nice, but it's like we have so much going on late game anyways. I do like Crowd Control Warden. It like even though we're not green-white, like this card is potentially like a 7/7.
It can get absolutely crazy. It just hurts because we have such a good curve that you're gonna have to play it as a 3 and then also pay the 5.
However, I think it's the only disguised creature, or actually that's not true. We have 2 Granite Witnesses.
Yeah, we have a...
But these are fine on 4.
But more likely, yeah, we just play those on 4. And so why pay the 5 mana for the 4 mana card? Especially when we have so many other 3 drops we could do.
Okay, so let's take a look next. Wow, there's just like so much to process here. So is Delny good in this deck? I mean, like it obviously can do its own thing. Like what does it actually affect?
So if an ability of a creature you control with power 2 or less triggers, unfortunately,
it hits all 3 of our novice inspectors, which is amazing to get 2 to get double investigate. It actually also triggers on this thing will become a 5/3 when attacking, which is kind of hilarious.
Mm-hmm. And because it attacks, they can't block it with a creature with power 2 or higher than 2.
Oh God, that's a 5/3 unblockable.
So well, I mean, they could block it with something with 1 power, 2 power, but they won't be able to kill our creature.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
Yeah, so that basically becomes your creature dies, ours lives, or you just can't block it.
I think though.
Actually, is that a detective though?
Yes, these are detectives.
Okay, so it's a detective, so it could be even a 2/4.
Right.
If we have our.
Yeah. So I think that Delny definitely is worth inclusion at least for the moment. Wow.
What was that last one? Whenever a power creature.
Whenever we play something power 2 or less, this thing gains flying until end of turn.
Yeah, okay. So that trigger doesn't matter if it happened twice. Can't get double flying.
Okay, so let's now take a look at our removal. So we have, let's see, make your move. We've got 2 copies of Unauthorized Exit, which I like. We have this rare that kind of deals with things for a turn.
We have our sweeper.
Yep, no wait.
And I know we have one in blue at the 3-drop, right?
We have Out Cold also, which sort of deals with stuff, and then Dramatic Accusation. Okay, so we have a decent amount of removal here. And then for pump or like extra random stuff, we have Due Diligence, we have Burden of Proof, Fey Flight,
Thinking Cap.
and Thinking Cap. So I think that's, we don't need all of this stuff. Like we have 16 creatures, which actually feels pretty good. We are a little on the spendy side on some of our creatures. So actually...
We'll get rid of our 4 mana, the
tracker.
Yeah, tracker I think's got to go. We already have 5 4 mana flyers.
Yeah, I agree. I think that,
with extra ability.
I think 15 creatures is probably about as low as I want to go.
Yeah.
So I think now we're looking at cutting some of these spells. Are we a big tempo deck? I think we actually kind of might be. So I think Out Cold is actually pretty good in this deck. But I don't think we need all of this pump. What I will say is Due Diligence is pretty funny on a Cold Case Cracker. Like a 5/5 Flying Vigilance really ends the game very quickly. The fact...
I think...
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was just going to say, I think for me, Fey of Flight is my next one.
Yeah.
Just because we have so many flyers. You like having a protection spell, but...
I would agree with that, yeah. And then we also have Burden of Proof, which is kind of like... this is an interesting one. So it gives us +2/+2 for our detectives, or it turns them into a 1/1 that can't block detectives. So I think this is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I think so too. I love the flash ability. I love... anytime I have a ton of flyers, I love things that could pump them up.
Agreed, yeah.
And the Thinking Cap to me is a must though as well. It's just so cheap, and the fact we have...
we have an obscene amount. We have 13 detectives. Yeah, it's really good.
13 detectives.
It's really good in this deck, I think.
Yeah.
I do like Due Diligence. I kind of want to keep it. I guess maybe we can return to it if.
Yeah.
And then let's see. We've got 3 more cuts to make. So no Witnesses we have to keep because it's a total bomb. I think these unauthorized exits we should also keep because they're cheap and they're very efficient. And then we've got Dramatic Accusation is hard removal.
Yeah.
And then that comes down to these last 3 here. So Make Your Move is a little more expensive. I could see cutting this. Like, it deals with like a high power creature, but we have a pretty big 3-drop slot already. So I
think the fact we're going tempo, we do like the return the permanent better than the destroy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, being cheaper like that.
So I think I'm okay cutting with this if you think that's all right.
Yeah, I mean, normally I side more on the hard removal and keeping things like that, but because of the curve we're going for, I would get rid of it.
And the fact that we have so many flyers.
Yeah.
I think these...
Can you look at Out Cold really quick?
Totally. So this basically...
I just
it
can't
taps
remember.
2 creatures and puts a stun card on stun
On each-
and
yeah.
investigates. So it's like a really, really... Like they're gone for 2 turns, essentially.
Yeah, we have no payoffs for all our investigating besides just drawing a ton of cards if we have the mana. But
And I think Lost in the Maze is also really... It's basically like... It's like an Out Cold, but can go larger.
yeah, because it's enters the battlefield, tap X creatures.
Oh, and our
stun counter
tap
on
creatures
each of
have
those.
hexproof. So after we attack, we can't be targeted. So I think this is just better, right?
Yeah, so that's better because for 4 mana it taps the same amount of
So
things.
I don't think we need 2 of these. So I think I would cut maybe Out Cold.
I agree. I think it's got to be Out
And
Cold.
now we've got 1 more cut, and I think it's probably going to be...
So this is where it comes down to, do we have a low enough curve where you actually only go 16 lands, or do we find another card?
Oh, sure. I think that we actually want the 17 land here because we...
I was going to say, I like it too because we have the almost pseudo creature land potential. And I personally, there's nothing I hate more in Limited than getting land screwed.
Agreed.
I almost always go 17. I mean, I have to have a crazy low curve.
Yeah, I would agree.
To.
You know, I think that, okay, so what's the next cut here?
Plus, we have a ton of Investigate. So if we are flooding, we have so many draw opportunities.
So I think that the next thing that we look at is maybe cutting one of our pump. So we have, again, we've got Burden of Proof, which can kind of go 2 ways, which is why I like it a lot. Thinking Cap is so efficient. I think maybe we cut the Due Diligence, even though...
I think the Due Diligence is the weakest of all of them.
And this helps lower our curve a little bit more.
Number 1, the mana curve part of it. It doesn't have any type of flash. It's if they bounce our creature, kill our creature, it's not reusable like our Thinking Cap is.
Yeah.
So
I think we're in agreement, and this deck looks really solid. I think we've got we have a lot of stuff to do. I guess we have 3 creatures on 2, but we also have like 2 bounce spells, an exile effect, and and we have 3 novice inspectors too. So
so we have a total of 6 1 or 2 drops, which is nice. I mean, you just don't want to do nothing until turn 3, and I found in this format a lot of people did nothing until turn 3.
Interesting, because I always like to have like 5 or 6 2-drops, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this deck looks great. So let's go ahead and jump in.
Now, granted, my one draft is because I've degraded and I was down in, silver. And so I don't know if they were the best drafters to get my 7-0.
Right.
I would love to hear everybody, though, in the comments, though. What are we going to do? What's our record on this one? Are we getting 7 wins? Yes or no?
Yeah, I drafted a blue-white deck earlier today that went 7-2, and this deck is definitely better than that deck. So...
Yeah, so I've always had black in my pre-release one and in my draft, so I was just like chock full of removal. So this will be interesting to be a little bit more tempo today.
Oh man,
no
white mana. I think we've got the Surveil here, but it's a little sketchy to keep this.
I'm mulliganing that. I don't even have a 3-drop.
Yeah,
so
I think that since we don't have our second color, we have Lost in the Maze is not useful right now. I would mulligan. And this is not great, but it's better.
Not great.
Oof.
Oh man.
I think we got to keep it. We got to go with like this for Surveil and try to make it work.
Yes.
So I think we cut.
The question is, I'm keeping. Yeah, I guess because it'll go off curve.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like if we draw white, so maybe we throw it back.
So it's very similar to our last hand now.
One fewer card. Ugh.
So we hope. Okay, right. We play our island. I would play the island.
Totally.
Because if we.
I just wanted to read what this thing does.
Oh yeah.
I guess yeah.
So many taps are colorless, and it could be a 2/2.
We can also turn it face up to get colored mana.
Yeah.
Which oh god.
Oh boy, another. Wow.
So I think we just like hope they play something that we can bounce so that we can try to hit our land drop. Oh jeez. Woo. I think we might be at a point where we're literally bouncing that to just. I don't know.
I would let it hit me first and bounce it end step. I would rather take the one than they just replay it.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, like, using it now to...
Yes, I'm using it now, 100%. I need to find this white land. And I need to find land, period.
Brutal.
Oh, yeah, don't like to see that. This talk about a bad start.
I think we're going to find out how this thing works when we flip it up to get colored mana. I'm not even kidding.
Just turn face up, add 2 mana of any one color until end turn.
So we could use that to play Novice Inspector and Phantom next turn. I think I'm totally in.
Well, you have to pay, what, 3 to flip it up?
I do, so I suppose I could only cast one of them.
Yeah.
I think it's still better than not doing it, though. Well,
the other question is you wait until next turn and you just play your Cold Case.
We could just do that also.
I would lean more towards that. The only reason I say that is when I'm against black, I don't want them to have the sacrifice a creature card.
True. I don't know.
And then now I've lost my land. Now I'm sitting at 3 land next turn and I got nothing. By keeping the land, it guarantees I can Cold Case Cracker next turn at least.
Yeah, so you're the safe play. I'm the wild man that would want to like play this face down and just go for it. But yeah, I mean, if they killed it, it would be so awful.
And now it gives us our opportunity to potentially draw into a land right here as well.
True.
Oh boy,
yeah, So now I think we're just hoping to stall.
So now we get our 3/3 down.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
And then we're just hoping to just hang out.
So worst case. Yeah. So I mean they have a 3/2.
Actually,
blocks.
I guess we block here because then we get the investigate token.
I 100%
and
block,
try to like hit our land drops.
I mean, worst case, right? They have a trick, they blow it out, but I'll be happy to get their tricks out of their hand.
Agreed.
Yeah, because they're about to get. I mean, getting their Snarly Gorehound down on turn 1 it's tough. Because now they're fighting. Oh my goodness! So right away I'm cracking that
100% cracking, hoping to hit a non-blue mana. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So now I think we just go Novice Inspector and draw a card.
Yeah, I agree. Either way, here they're gonna come. I would wait to crack the clue.
Yeah, I mean, but like on their end step.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have no tricks, but they don't know that. There's a chance maybe they don't do a full send at us.
Sure.
Or play their best creature.
And now with access to 5 mana, so I was spending some time looking at the disguise cards. With access to green, okay, they have 4 colors out of the 5. Good lord.
I know, we couldn't find our second color, and they have 4.
Right.
Yeah, so this is just take.
They didn't flip it, so who knows what else.
That's interesting. Leaving a 5 mana up.
Yeah, I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, that's
actually, you know what that makes
fishy.
Me think? I think this is the gargoyle that like maybe taps something down. That would be my guess. All right, so now, let's go. I guess let's try to like play our Phantom. I think Phantom and maybe like Thinking Cap equip. We could go for another Inspector. How are you feeling?
So So again, the difference of you're the little bit more aggressive. I'm the novice inspector, draw right away, see if I find my planes, and
I'm
then
totally
play my
fine with
phantom
that.
after.
Yeah, I think I'm completely fine with that line.
Because then if I miss the land, I at least can still play my thinking
True.
cap and equipped.
Completely okay with that line.
Okay. Of course, we draw an island. So then I just get my thinking cap down and
Yeah, we could
equip
even
it.
equip attack and then equip it on the other one.
Yeah. Now, for what you think that disguised creature is, what are its stats when
It's
it
a
flips
3/2.
up? It's a 3/2.
But I
okay.
think when we go to combat, they'll either do it or they won't. And so I think I'm just attacking in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess if we wanted to hold both back, but I think just getting aggressive here is fine.
Yeah.
Because, like, in reality, we're not blocking this thing anytime soon.
But this now gives us at least an opportunity to block the disguised creature. I'm forcing them to flip it up on us.
I think
We've already got our value out of the novice inspector.
that's true. I mean, we could, yeah, I suppose we could, if we wanted to, like, you know, force them to use all of their mana, we could do that.
I feel like if they're going to tack in with that disguised creature, I want to know what it is. I'm forcing them to do it. Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
I guess that is not an option. So that actually kind of makes me think
Yeah.
that this is not a creature that would win in combat because they had to get rid of our inspector.
Because they got rid of it, exactly. Well, like you said, if it was a 3/2, we would have won that combat. So now we at least get a second creature down.
I know, right?
Big old 2-drops. We're just dropping 2-drops on turn 7.
And here again, yeah, these are both detectives. So I think, yeah, we're at 12. We're not racing super well, but I think attacking for 2, I don't know, would you attack here or would you, I mean, like equip, obviously, but like, would you attack in or would you sit back?
I would sit back for right now. I don't want them to do what they just did to me, hit in for another free point.
Now, would you put your thinking cap on the detective, or sorry, on the inspector, or put it on the phantom?
I'd put it on the detective or the inspector, just because I would rather lose that in battle if they flip up their creature, because that's what I'm going to block
fair.
it with.
Yeah, I could buy that.
Because I'm not going to double block the face or whatever, you know, the disguised creature. So the fact that I'm only going to block with one of them and I have to lose something, I would rather lose my 2/4.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I also, if they just have a piece of removal, I want them to lean towards getting rid of my inspector instead of my 2/2.
Yeah.
So, with that said, we're not in great shape.
I guess we're putting like a lot. Oh man, they're going all 5.
Oh, they're all 5 colors, huh?
Geez,
Oh,
they
wow.
probably got
okay.
Niv Mizzet in there somewhere. I know, this is going to be
Jeez.
hilarious if they play.
And so here's the big issue. We don't have our Wrath anymore. And our deck is not big creatures. Our deck is smaller flyers. We get in early, and we've missed
we
those
have definitely
windows.
not gotten in early. But I'm so curious. Like, this could literally be anything. Like, literally anything.
Yeah.
I guess on the positive here, they're not able to get in with a Gorehound because we can block it now.
Yeah, man, that dog, though, is so good when you get it down early, just how much you get to find in your deck.
Finally a flyer.
Okay, there we go. Now we can get a little something going.
Do you think we play out Island here, or do we hold back for a possible discard?
I would, yeah, I'm at this point, I'm holding islands back. I don't need any extra mana yet. So I'm just playing the 4 mana, getting my flyer
And let's
out
play
there.
this face.
Actually, I would play it face down.
Totally.
You are correct.
I would
yes,
definitely
yes,
play
yes.
it.
Because I just add the extra ward and then end step, we just flip it over.
Do you want to get in with a creature here? I think actually the nice thing is we play this as ward. Market Phantom gets flying. We can get in for a little bit of damage.
Yes.
And actually we can also do the dance with the thinking cap and get this back. We'll still have enough mana to flip up our guy. Now we can get a nice, cool 3 damage in. Finally get on the map. And then we...
And flip it right back to the
throw it
Novice
right
Inspector.
back on the Novice Inspector.
And...
Do we...
Yeah, I would end step right there.
to put this out or no? Or, I mean, sorry, the land. You hold it?
Yeah, I hold it because
I do too.
You want to play the X.
Oh, totally. No, I didn't mean just having it as like a possibility.
Oh,
by playing.
I'm still waiting for that thing to flip because you hate to have to pay the 2 ward on
totally
that also. Or they got something else. Okay, if they're gonna pass, I flip
and
up,
tap down,
and now we.
What? Maybe like their gardener or something? Because.
Oh, you're gonna tap it down right here?
Or I suppose we could attack and then untap it, or untap our other guy. Yeah, there's no reason to tap them down, I suppose.
Yeah, I wouldn't tap down. I would just keep getting in for right now. And I would have flipped on my end step though.
Oh well, the thing is though, like I think we're okay on mana, and the nice thing about flipping up is we can like say we attack with. If we wanted something else to be untapped, we can untap our own guy. But yeah, I suppose flipping it on end step would make sense. Here, let's go ahead and activate our Phantom.
Yeah.
And now, actually...
Because now I would want to flip it. I would want to turn the thinking cap, because I want to attack it with my flyer.
I'm totally attacking with this.
Yeah.
The question is, do we want to like untap our Phantom, like attack with both and untap our Phantom? Because we could do that.
You're thinking of using your maze right now?
No. So what I'm planning...
What do you mean untap
so
what?
My plan here is put the thinking cap on the Phantom, attack with these 2. This thing flips up during a declare attackers, untaps the Phantom.
Oh, okay. I guess I don't remember what its ability is.
Gotcha.
So
okay. Yeah, it's...
I see what you're saying.
I think we're now on the same page.
Yeah.
So now we untap the Phantom. But they're both in the air. Uh-oh. What does this do?
It turns it into a 2/2.
Oh, sure. Okay. That's fine.
It is interesting they chose that
I was going to
one.
say, I feel like the Witness is a bigger threat, but that's okay.
I think the Witness was a bigger threat as well.
But if they want to use it there, who am I to argue?
Yeah, we'll take that.
Let's throw this...
I mean, I'm happy. Fine, you gave us a 2/2, sure.
So yeah, let's throw this right back on the Inspector. We could put it on the Consultant here and make it like a 2/5.
I would rather that live, though.
I feel like the Inspector is a better target here for this right now. Because then...
Yeah, it still could block everything fine. So my idea is, again, I'm putting it on the Inspector because if they have a kill spell and they're going to kill one of my ground creatures, I'd rather it be that.
Totally agree.
Oh, okay. What does that do? Is that
they can play additional lands, and then when they have...
Oh, boy. So that thing's going to flip, and they're going to be able to draw off the top of their deck.
Yep, that's exactly it.
That's nasty.
So we gotta hurry this game up, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, so now we can get +2/+2 to anybody at instant speed, which is pretty...
Which, if we still had our flyer, we would have a nice beater, but they've taken that all away from us. But this is actually a pretty good attack.
So if we swing in here with everybody...
I agree, because you have that flash trick. You also have the option of just tapping them all down and just swinging in.
We could do that, too.
And using the trick later.
That's true, but if we get, like, the funny block, like, we get to blow them out.
Yeah, we get...
So I think I'm going for it. Because this is
so they're going to block
incentivizes some bad blocks on their part, which is great. So now I think saving the Consultant here is better.
100%, yeah.
And this kind of puts us back in the driver's seat. Again, holding the island, I don't think we need it yet.
Yeah, no need to play it yet. And now it's just how much value are they about to get.
Do we want to move the cap? Or are you happy where it is?
I'm happy where it's at to have just a couple threats and it's diversified. Yeah. And I mean, look at 3, 6. They have 9 of their lands drawn so far.
We need to start hitting some gas, that's for sure.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard. They have over half their lands, I'm sure, out of their deck, and they get to now get a draw turn and draw off the top.
Oh, jeez. What's happening
now?
Oh,
boy. Return target creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield.
And suspect...
Interesting.
I was going to say, I would not have picked that creature, personally, but that's... Who am I to say?
Wait, what did they just put in their graveyard?
They put Extract a Confession.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
That's... I don't know. That to me is a little crazy. We only have 2 creatures. It's not a super creature heavy right now. I mean...
suspect plays going on here, but I think we're okay with it. No attacks also.
And is our opponent in platinum or is that silver?
Is platinum, I think.
Okay, then that's definitely questionable. That's a very good draw for us.
We're definitely slamming this.
To be able to get in the air.
We have good attacks here. Let's see. This can become a 3/3. So that's interesting. They can't block here, so they can at most do 4 damage. So I think I'm just moving the Thinking Cap to the Consultant and then bashing in. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. And this so far has been my experience with this format. Grindy, longer games, usually not these. Although, I mean, I say that. My draft, I think...
Oh, God.
Boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Put in a posture counter. Whenever creature you control on it dies, exile it. Okay. I think this is the moment that we tap their stuff down.
This is the moment, 100%. And you only need to tap 2, but I would tap all 3 just because,
Okay, so they... All right, whenever a creature you control dies, tapped creatures you control. Okay, so they still get to put a stun counter. That sounds great. Let's activate for 3.
Well,
or do we want to not?
Well, I was just thinking, I was like, now that means we can't play our flyer, but what do they have in their graveyard right now?
They have...
Do they have any...
Oh, yeah.
They have a... Okay, we don't want that coming back, and we don't want their elephant coming back.
So I think that we have to do this for at least 2.
So I think we have to
do this.
Yeah.
And let's tap them all down and stun them.
Because we need to... Like, right now, our plan of attack to win is with our flyer.
100%.
So...
Now
we need to get that thing down.
I think we play the island in case we draw another expensive thing. But I guess if we draw a land, it doesn't...
I don't think we have another expensive thing, though.
Not. And I suppose if we draw a land, it doesn't matter, so this is fine.
The most we have is another 4-drop, and we could play the land, and we could get both things down. The issue here is going to be, if they're smart... They're going to attack... Oh, boy.
Oh, Lord. This is getting out of hand.
Yeah, because they're just drawing off the top of their deck now.
I think we need to get that Cold Case Cracker going stat.
Yeah, I don't see a way out of this at the moment. I mean, obviously you have to play that.
Do we want to try to... Oh, God, we don't want to trade for this scoundrel. This is just so bad.
Nope.
I think we just...
And so here's the issue, is they're going to untap, and if I'm them, I'm attacking with my 1/1, my 2/2, my 1/1, which turns into a 3/3, and we don't really want to block, because then they're going to get back the things that take care of our flyer.
Totally agree. I think that we have to, like, take some damage here, and it's going to suck. And I think I want... Do we want this on the Inspector instead?
I'm putting it on the Inspector because I want to block... The 2 creatures I want to block is their Death Touch, and I want to block the Disguise creature. I have to take the other 3 because I can't let them get their other cards back.
Whew! This is going to be a little rough.
Yeah, very. Now here's the thing: can they swing all in?
If they swing all in,
okay. If they swing all in, we win on the crackback. We have 10.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
So much for that.
Yeah, that's a nightmare card for us, because then they have chump blockers for days.
Yep. Oh, God.
Where's our Wrath at?
Yeah, oh, Lord, and Glintweaver? Oh, jeez.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm sad to say we lose our first limited game together.
I think it's not going well for our heroes, that's for sure. Oh, man.
Oh, my. Yeah, that rare, just too much value. I mean, their deck was looking really undervalued until they started drawing off the top of their deck.
And then things got considerably better.
Yeah. I don't know why they're not doing a send with all of the other ones. Very strange to me.
Oh, this sucks. This guy's a 4/4 and we have... I think we just have to take it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if I was them, I would have been getting in for another potential 5 damage to force you to block my 3/1 and my 2/2.
Yeah, I think the real answer is that it's so over it's not even funny, but...
Oh, yeah, it's...
Because we've got to get through this 5/5 and this 1/3 somehow without dying first and just, oh my god.
And we have no way of getting our own damage in.
True. Actually, we can play the Witness and tap down their 5/5, but not their 1/3.
But not their 1/3.
Oh, God. Let's see, this can't block.
And even so, they're at 15 life
they're at 15
now.
Right, yeah, we're so done. God, do we just phone it in? Do we, like, literally just give up?
I mean, they're about to win. I usually let them do their last couple turns, but even though I know right now we have zero chance.
For sure. Oh, well.
Now, if we had something we were drawing into, right, but we have our 2 big things gone, our Wrath and our tap their board down.
Yeah. I think we got to tap down their 5/5 to try to pretend.
Yeah, might as well make a game out of it.
I mean, it's always possible that they could just completely blunder something. Oh, yeah, we don't want to draw.
It was a little bit more possible when they were at 10 life. At 15, that's a pretty big blunder now. Yeah. I mean, they're already making mistakes. They're not swinging in with their 3 things that have the little counters.
The funny thing is that
those are obvious attacks. The funny thing is it
doesn't matter. You know?
Yeah.
I think we just...
Oh, I suppose that was a mistake on our part. We should have
thinking cap around.
The thinking cap over. Yeah.
God.
But we're so resigned.
I know. I think we just take this.
Yeah. It's so funny. So this board, I always loved the boards and the little things you could play with on there. And I was sitting there trying to find all the little clue items. And then I remembered, I was like, oh, I guess there is only 5, one for each color.
Got that too.
And the lifelink too.
Whew. This is brutal.
Yeah, okay, at this point now, I guess I would just say they decided not to full send, so I'd just be like, all right, let's move on to the next.
That was oof.
I mean, we had a terrible first draw. We had a mulligan. We got an equally bad hand and just incredibly slow. So we could turn this around.
Agreed. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know if I thought this was a 7-win deck, but I thought this was at least a 5. That was kind of my initial.
I'm curious what your deck was when you went 7-0. Okay, this hand looks amazing.
So it was Gagari and just I had a bunch of black removal, and then I had the 5/4 Menace for 6 that you could get rid of mana value 4 of your graveyard, and you get 2/1 spiders. So it was grindy, boom, drop him, win a game.
That
basically
sounds good to me.
So for me, what about you? What are you disguising here?
I am probably going to disguise the Crowd Control Warden because...
Yep,
and then,
I agree.
Do we send this back to their hand? I don't think I care. That's just...
I think I wait.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. Like, it's not high enough value to think...
Beautiful. Because now we get our disguise on, followed right by our flyer that could come out.
Agreed.
Yeah, a little 1/3 flyer is not the thing I'm worried about right here. I'm definitely not blocking if they decide to attack, though.
We 100% value our creature more than theirs.
See, I think that's a big mistake on our opponent's side.
For the free
if
damage.
you're them, yeah, you swing in because you know your creature can't lose, and that's just a super risky block on our part.
Completely agree.
You know, all we're asking for is a blowout.
Totally agree.
So.
Here, I think I just play this face up and just call it a day.
Yeah, I would too. I don't think the flip up.
No, there's no need to get
enough.
fancy here. We just want to be mana efficient right now. And the nice thing is that since this is also a detective, because everything is, Private Eye will make it even better.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we have a nice unauthorized exit on their 2/2 token.
Yeah, depending on if I get no land, I'm playing another 3/2 flyer personally.
I
get the land. I'm playing my Private Eye. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's nice. You have 5 mana. You can play your creature, and you still have your bounce spell.
So here, what are they doing? Are they just like pushing for 4 with this guy?
I mean, I'd be happy if they did
I'm just
that.
not sending this thing through.
Yeah, that's a no block.
Ooh, Eavesdropper is a good one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now I would double drop instead
100%.
of sending my flyer,
Inspector
I think.
plus Private Eye,
Yeah.
I think here is the move.
Yeah. And then just get in for
4.
3. Oh, that's right, because it'll be 4, because it is a detective.
Oh, yes.
And then next turn...
Next turn can be a pretty big turn for us.
It could.
If we manage to hit the land, that thing is going to be immense. It'll be a 7/7. Okay, they're getting in.
I mean, and the thing is, you don't have a bad option either. Even playing another 4/3 flyer, I mean, is nice.
So here, do you trade for Eavesdrop or you just let it through?
I let that through.
I think it's better for us to let it through also.
They're holding 3 mana up, and in Selesnya, there's too many just combat tricks for me to want to block that.
Also, ours is better on rate after they use their token, so...
Yeah.
Speaking of tokens, we can also make something unblockable with this guy if we crack our token. So that's worth noting. Here, I think... God, what do we want to do here?
Yeah, I'd love to hear your play line here, and then I'll say what I would do.
So I think this is actually just play another Witness and attack for 4 in the air.
Yep, I agree. I attack first in the air. Not that I think they're going to have some blowout trick, but they could always pump their 1/3 flyer, and then we just bounce it.
Yep, agreed.
It leaves us the option of playing our 2/2 as well.
Yeah, definitely attack first to see what they do.
Yep.
Okay, do they have a business?
Now we see if they have it.
I don't think so.
Okay, and then see ya. That's exactly why we didn't block last turn with those 3 mana up.
I like Projector Inspector here. It's another Inspector. We get to crack a clue, so we still get a chance at a mana. And worst case scenario, we play Witness next turn. What do you think? Or do you toss this?
I personally bin it. But I mean, so the only reason I say that is this turn, right, I'm playing my 2/2. Next turn, I'm still not playing the Inspector. I'm playing my flyer. So then the turn after that, I get the land. Okay, well, I'm still not playing it. I'm flipping it up.
I could see that.
In my head, I'm not playing this thing for 3 turns.
And now, let's go ahead and crack and see if we can get a land.
Oh, you're going to crack it.
Oh, I forgot about the Phantom. Yeah, that's a good point. No, I agree now.
just put more out on my battlefield.
I forgot we even had it. Oh my God, that's...
Oh, jeez. All right, so again, a mistake I feel on their part. They rushed it. They could have... Okay.
So now we have an 8/8.
Now I'm flipping... Yeah. Okay, actually, hold on. I'm flipping it. No, actually, you don't flip it right until they actually attack you.
Yeah, we leave it for them to find out.
I mean, there's also the argument to be made that we tap down their 3/2 lifelink, 5/5, and 3/3, leave them with a 2/2 and a 1/1, and we do not a full send. We leave back our disguised creature, but that's a lot of damage we're getting in.
So you would tap down their Tolsimir, did you say? Or which one? Or no, the 5/5?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we could tap down 3 things. They're 5/5, they're 3/2, and they're 3/3. They're left with a 1/1 and a 2/2.
Yeah, that's a huge... They probably block here then, though.
Well, okay, so I'd leave back my Lord, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I send to everybody else.
But why not do this
know.
on their turn? Because it has flash.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so yes, attack in the air and then do it on their turn.
I feel like that's the right move.
Sure, yeah. Gives us more attacking opportunities. Yeah.
And then we still have the option to do all the other nonsense.
Yeah.
Man, actually, this card is pretty nuts.
Yeah, I forgot about the flash part of it.
The flash part of it really takes it home.
Yep.
So, like... Do we... No, we don't let them go to combat. We just tap these things.
I know. Yeah, I just tap them down. I don't want them gaining life. I don't want I don't want to take any of this damage.
Agreed. 1, 2, 3. And they're gone for 2 turns.
Yeah, so we get 2 attacks in on this thing now.
So this is like a more expensive, better version of Out Cold.
I mean,
it's the same.
They get to that hurts.
Suck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. I would have taken the flyer 100%.
I mean, I could see why they did it this way because, like, this does pump a lot. But yeah, I see your point. So now we could this and flip it and tap down one of their guys. Or we could just, I think actually we just face up this thing and just shove. What do you think?
You're the aggressive man.
Otherwise, actually, I suppose we could go witness, flip, this thing gets flying, hit them for 5 in the air.
I would rather that, personally. I'm saving my flip.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not going to get in damage this time.
Turn. That's the move. We play it, but flip on their turn. Do you agree with that?
I would rather get the damage in now. Right? Well, wait. When you play that, go and play that again. I would definitely be playing face down.
But
yeah,
we attack.
So now that gets flying. Yes, we get attack in for 5, and then we flip it on their turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes. Oh, that's right. I forgot about him.
It's okay. It's not ideal, but it's. I guess we could have.
We would have got in.
We could have done it there, but we can still do it now.
Yeah. Well, because they might drop something bigger on us. Okay, so we're not going to touch that ward. And
okay, so now we tap down their blocker.
So now we tap down their fly, or the reach creature.
Okay, and now...
So now I would play my Cold Case Cracker and crack my Clue.
I was going to say getting more stuff in the air feels really good right now.
Yeah, that's the way we're going to win this game, I feel. And then that turn after that, right, then we flip over and have our big creature that's at least a good blocker.
Yeah, because like when they untap, like they're sending a lot at us, right? We have Inspector to kind of get in the way if we need to. But yeah, I think getting this down is important.
Because the thing is, they almost have to tack in with their lifelinker. Because with our attack, we're going to drop them down to 5.
Right, for sure. Yeah, okay. So let's send in and then let's... It doesn't really matter since they're tapped out.
Yeah.
And then we're just getting in for 6 in the air.
Because now the fact they're at 5 and they only have one thing that could block our flyers. That we know of. Yeah, that's a very good point. But It'll be very telling. If they do not attack with their lifelinker, they have something else to block our flyers.
Oh, they just go.
Okay,
full
they just
send.
go full send.
Okay.
So what we have to be careful of is what you said. That 1 mana, it gets +X for each creature.
Yes, it does. If they have it, we're so done for because they have this thing has trample.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's potentially a 12.
It's potential lethal.
Yeah. So blocking it though doesn't matter.
Okay, so this is force blocks.
Oh yeah, force blocks. Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, actually, does it have to be blocked by this creature? Oh yeah, it has to block it. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. You could block it with multiple things, but that one must block it.
And then I feel like
I blocked Tulsamore because the idea is if they have the pump spell, they want to gain a ton of life also.
I guess Cold Case Cracker just like tries to take out their flyer blocker. Actually, let's do that with this. And then Inspector can block their inside source. And Cold Case Cracker, do we want to try to deal with one of these face downs or maybe the 2/2? If we do...
I would deal with the 2/2. That's 5, 6, 7.
So we're taking...
They're dealing 10 right now.
Yeah, they're dealing 10. If this is like...
if it's that 6, 7 that flips up. So... To me, we're winning on the crackback.
Oh, we have an extra guy
going
here.
up to
I think
8.
we maybe should block with this though.
I think I'm throwing away my Novice Spectre. I'm getting it off the 1/1, and I'm blocking both of the
Yeah, we ran out of time. Oh, jeez.
Okay. Well, everything gets trample, so they have it anyway.
Oof. That was rough.
Wow, a big old 0-2.
Oh god, this is brutal. It's a learning experience, right?
Yeah.
How to win it.
I felt like that was going to be our game.
I felt like we were going to get there, and then we just didn't.
It's funny because I think like Azorius Flyers is one of my favorite limited.
It's such a great
archetypes.
archetype. I agree. It does such great things
And yet, I feel sometimes I just destroy with it because you have enough good blockers and you just fly over the top. And then other days, you can't buy a win.
It's funny, yeah. I think like my best decks so far have been Azorius and Selesnya. And like the Selesnya was probably more powerful because it had like 2 of those 1 mana instant speed +X and...
The +X. But, well, they're letting us go first every game.
We'll run it. We got mana. That's at least a...
Yeah, we have the mana. That's step 1 for us. Now let's find some of those 1 and 2 drops.
I'll take a 3 drop. I mean, I'm not a...
So that's what I was saying. Like a lot of times in this format, I was finding people doing nothing until turn 3. Yep. That's just us.
No reason to...
Okay. Yeah, no more land now.
Let's get our Projector Inspector on. I actually like this card quite a bit. I mean, it really helps smooth your mana.
Yeah, I mean...
Pitching a Plains here.
Okay. Yeah.
We got...
I just think overall, our deck is fairly underpowered.
Really? I think it's pretty good, but that's just me. I mean...
Well, I mean, if you look at the rate of all our cards, we're talking 3 mana 2/2.
Yeah.
We're talking 4 mana 3/3. So with that sense, the idea is if we can't win in the air, I have a hard time seeing us win.
So I'm gonna go to combat here just to see if they're afraid or not. And the funny thing is, we could actually kill them if they block, but I don't care.
Yeah, I wouldn't. And then I just throw out, my flyer.
But if they have a counter spell, it's rough. And they...
No more lies. Yeah, that hurts. Really don't have another... Oh, and there's their own.
All right. Well, so now we could attack in, try to offer the trade, then we've got our burden of proof.
They won't trade. They're just going to block with the 0-4. So the question becomes, are you willing to put that on that creature just to get rid of the wall.
We can draw a card first here. Let's go maybe Phantom first. Unless we want Delny out. I kind of like Phantom, and then that'll draw us a card off the Inspector, and then we get to make more decisions. What do you think?
Yeah, I like leaving up the 2 mana as well for my bounce spell.
Oof. Well, that's a good one, but now what do we pitch? Am I crazy to say that, like, I don't know, is Delny not good?
That's what I was just... Delny, to me, I don't think is helping us.
Yeah. I think it
sounds crazy. We're getting rid of our pick 1.
Yeah.
But I mean, we said it when we were building. It doesn't do that much for us.
And I think now I am willing to put this thing on here to kill their stupid wall. I mean, we're going to have to get through the wall eventually.
Okay.
I mean, unless... Oh, I suppose we could just bounce their thing. I don't know. I feel like...
I'm still... Yeah. I would save it. I want my enchantment on my flyer.
That's fair. Yeah, so maybe we just let ourselves bounce here again. There's no downside, right?
Yeah. To me, I want to bounce their flyer and make them have to repay it.
That's true. We could do that this turn. After taking 3 in the air. Or do you just do it now? I think
I just do it now and make them make the decision. Because I feel like they're going to replay it anyway, or I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
If they want to counter it, fine. We take the 3 anyway.
I was thinking doing it at end of turn, because then we'll be at 17, and then they have to, like, do... I don't know.
Yeah, that's... Unless there's the deck that just runs a bunch of flyers anyway, then we're just taking the 3 for nothing.
And blue-white would definitely be that deck.
I'm just trying to go with a little bit of that tempo. They have 5 mana. You know they're going to be playing something else. If they're going to have to not drop another creature because they're going to protect it or counter it.
So putting this back on the top of our library, which I think is fine. Like, we still want this. I mean, would you keep it on top? I feel like I would. Really?
I would get rid of it.
We've got this Burden of Proof to go with it. We've got a nice double spell turn.
True, but I still don't have anything I want to put my Burden of Proof on yet.
What about the Granite Witness?
Until I have a flyer, I personally don't want to.
This is a flyer.
Oh, yeah, but you don't have that on the battlefield.
Well, not yet. I think I'm going to keep it here. We were running out of time. But then we can play this, and then the next turn...
But you said we were going to have a double drop this turn, and we don't yet.
No.
Oh, okay, so you're still playing on Granite Witness.
Yeah,
okay, I see
now
what you're
you're
saying.
with me. Now you're with me.
Okay.
Now we just get in a little bit of damage, and I think I just play this face up.
Yeah. But I'm not blocking their flyer. So at least we're getting some of their tricks out.
Yeah, because they want to trade, because then, we can lose the island here. I don't...
Yeah, lose the island.
Yeah, we don't want to give them a free clue and all that nonsense. Oof! Bounces
what
one
does
of our
that
guys. So it just sets us back even further.
Yeah, they're playing tempo better than we're playing tempo.
But at least now we've got... actually, I kind of like Dramatic Accusation plus Inspector here.
I like that play as well. We can't... We don't have great blocks. Well... Yeah, no. That's what I'm doing.
Play. And then we get to, like, fly over for 2, which is something.
Yeah, because we're...
And I think we're still pitching Island here.
Yeah. It's our weakest.
Yeah, they're kind of out-tempoing us here a little bit, but we're hoping to get back into the game. Oh, jeez.
Oh, they're doing everything we want to do.
Know, right? Oof.
Oh, boy. Okay, defender.
Okay, not on my watch is looking good.
Now, yes, and now it's looking good when we're
Yeah.
behind like this. So,
Oof, man, this is...
all right, so I'm just passing and killing the flyer. And then if they attack with their 3/3, which I couldn't imagine they would, we could kill it and our creature would live. And if not, we just crack our clue.
Now they're going to start tapping us down to their wall, which is annoying. Not that we can do anything about it.
Yeah.
But, and I definitely don't want to attack to their stupid 4/3. Do you want to try to play Witness here, or is that just crazy? That's just crazy, I think.
I think that's crazy because that's too much damage.
We're taking
coming
way too much in the air coming in. Oh my god, if they bounce this, we're so in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I mean, man, their deck is 0-2 also. I mean, come on here.
What is going wrong?
They have our deck. Well, we could get our Wrath off the top,
there's
right?
so many things we could do.
I mean, they got 7 mana out there too.
Oh.
Holy cow.
Oof. Okay, sure, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So now we actually love this, though. They're going to now tack in with their Lord.
Oh, and they're going to make something unblockable, which is whatever. Oh, and they can attack with their Jaded Analyst now, by the way. I know, it's so brutal.
Okay, we're just in
so much trouble. Yep. This.
There goes that block now.
Well, I think Inspector is taking it on the chin here. So I think we want to actually exile the Private Eye here because that will shrink their team by a lot. And it also has the nasty...
Yeah, it's a total of 5 damage, and we can't have something unblockable anymore.
Yeah, so we get rid of the Inspector, and now we also bounce their stupid Case Cracker. Then we take 3. And that is looking good. I mean, we want another one of these, right?
Yeah, I would just take it.
We just take the 3.
Yeah, I'd just take the 3.
Okay, that.
And now maybe we could start turning it around. Now we throw out just our 3/2 flyer.
That was a crazy turn. I think we just do it face up.
And you were totally right about us keeping our tempo card too. Oh yeah, face up, 100%.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Sure, let's draw a card.
I am. Oh, you're taking that.
I think we pitched this because we don't need it.
Okay, yeah. And just pass. So now when they play their flyer, you can attack with your own 3/2 flyer because we got Vigilance, and then we could keep ours if we had to.
If that's a crowd control thing, we're so in trouble. Okay, so now let's see. What's the play? Do we want to play the face down, this face down, or do we want to keep Burden of Proof?
I think I attack with my 3/2 Vigilance. If they block with their 3/3, I think I just keep my
but
creature.
I think we can do both, is what I'm saying. So like we play the planes, play this face down, and then we have access to both options.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
I just keep as much mana open as possible before I play it face down.
For sure. Because now we can attack with this also, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. Makes it kind of obvious to them, but that's
no tricks, right?
Yeah, whatever they have face down, though, that will be the big question here.
Crowd control, we could be in serious trouble. But
I mean, who knows? It could be a bomb. It could be that 4/2 lifelink angel.
Please stop.
Okay, so they do go for it.
So
we got to do this, yeah. They get to investigate. I think we're at a spot though where we must block that face down creature.
Yeah, because I guess if they flip it up, it's a 7/7, which is exactly lethal. So I think it might have Novice Inspector's name on it. We probably let's see, what's our face down again? We've got another flyer. We probably
have
throw
another
the
flyer,
Inspector in front of it and just see what happens.
And they're 3/2 whenever they. Oh, jeez, another.
Yeah, they were taking all the ones we didn't take. Remember?
Oh my goodness.
I know, it's so much value. It's.
Okay, so they just.
There it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here's actually a nice play. We flip this up, tap down their stupid case cracker, and get in for some damage in the air. What are your thoughts?
Are you getting in for 10 or are you holding back your 4/4?
I feel like the 4/4 is able to rumble. What do you think?
Okay. It leaves us with 2 blockers. They're going to hit us for... Well, I guess we do have our Vigilance Flyers. So, yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I like that. I forgot that we all have the Vigilance Flyers. So we'll have 4 blockers back.
First or no?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a peek because we know we're going to do that.
Okay, now we can give this thing flying, and I'm totally into that. Although, then we can't...
Oh, we can't... Then we don't have the other flyer.
Yeah, so I guess it's better this way. Tap down their case cracker. And I think we draw another card here just to find out what's going on. Filter more land.
Yeah.
It's like I knew what it was going to be.
I feel like it's been that every time we've used its ability.
Okay.
Okay, so now they get their
I
tap.
totally see that. And I think we get into these two. Possibly even the projector. No, because we don't want to just trade.
No. So there's no way they're blocking here.
So
okay.
We're...
So now we have a 3-2.
I wonder what this might actually be a Granite Witness. So they might be like trying to do some sort of crazy tap our stuff down play. It's either that. God, what else could this thing be?
So they cracked the clue that 3/2 could attack, correct? Or how does that one work?
If it's the Granite Witness, well, then they just flip it up and tap.
No. I mean, they're 3/2/1. The defender.
Oh, this guy. Yeah, if they crack the clue, they can attack.
Okay.
Actually, I bet this is probably a Dog Walker, the 3/1 Vigilance guy that makes. Oh, never mind. We were right.
Nope. Okay.
So I think they definitely tapped down our flyer. I am assuming. Oh, they untapped the Sanctuary.
Untap to then tap.
That's
I like
dirty.
that.
That is.
All right, so now we're forced to
I
wrath.
think so.
Because they're gonna put us at 1. No, you got to put us at 1, right? Yeah.
1. Although the nice thing about this is that we can like attack with everything. Oh, well, I mean they'll totally see it coming, but.
Okay, so here's the question. We could get in for 4 in the air by playing the Novice Inspector and Wrathing. Is that worth the damage?
I think it probably is, actually, being a...
Actually, no, we can't. They'd probably block with their 3/2. No, they wouldn't. I don't know. Yeah, I guess Wrathing and just playing the Novice Inspector is probably just better. You think attacking with your 4/4 flyer, they do have... I mean, there's a chance they don't take it. But I think if you play the Novice Inspector and you fly in, they're forced to block with their 3/2 flyer. Because if we have a pump spell, they know they're dead.
So yeah, I think let's attack first.
So,
even though it's like super obvious, like we don't attack with the Novice Inspector because that's just silly. But we make it look like sort of cagey. So maybe we attack.
I would attack with my 3/2 as well.
So it's like, no tricks. All right. I mean, they totally know.
Okay. Yeah. Assumption. Yeah. See, I just knew they were going to block. They're at 6 life, too low. And now we Wrath, Novice Inspector. Just make sure it taps right for us. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I mean, they got clues for days on how to find their threats, so... I mean, we have 2 as well, but we don't have the mana they do.
I feel like they have our deck, except it's better.
I know. Well, we'll see if that Wrath pays off for us.
Projector Inspector. Nobody likes him. That was a nasty combo with their wall, though. I mean, that was...
Okay.
I think we definitely want to set up three guys here for sure.
Yeah. And then we still have a clue we'll get to crack.
And we should probably crack it now so that we have options.
If it's a land, you might as well play it. It's not like they're going to have a discard spell, typically.
Ooh.
Okay,
this is actually lethal. Oh, never mind. They're going to attack and force us to block.
No, because they're going to attack, force us to block.
Oh, well.
And it's not lethal, right?
No, you're
because
right.
we only would have 5.
Yeah. I'm in wishful thinking mode.
But I think I would, because we have to block, I would just double block Inspector.
Sure. Yuck.
Okay.
God, they have...
Makes it harder to
so
tap that thing down.
Good Lord.
So if we don't have a land, we're not going to... Oh,
yeah,
they just flipped it.
Our guy and...
We're trying to create... Okay. That's fine. As long as they don't have another bounce right now, because then we were just chump blocking.
Yeah, that'd be awkward. If they have any kind of pump, though, we're so done.
Yeah, if they have a pump, it sucks.
Kind of like that.
It's a big blowout. Yeah. I feel like we have to do that block, though. I don't know.
So now... Oh, God, if we had an extra land, we could tap both our guys down. So we have to just...
Well, we still can tap both our guys down.
But I was just thinking, do we...
Oh, and play a creature,
Do we play the thinking cap, or is that too aggressive?
I think they're going to swing in without playing a creature, so you might as well play the thinking cap. I think I might have tried to put a stop there before they draw.
Oh, sure. Yeah. That's a good point in case they have the counter.
In case they have anything, yeah.
Stop on upkeep.
I mean, they stopped this in any way. I mean, we're done, so. And we're still in just such bad shape.
We're grasping at straws here. Oh.
The amount of surveil, the amount of clues and draws.
Stop with the infinite value, please. Oh, they got him too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, we're so done. They can Sphinx Revelation for like 50 here. I mean, it's like out of hand.
Well, at least we get to double drop right now. That's big.
But like they literally can, I think, draw 5 cards this turn off of one of these clues, and then do it the exact. Oh, okay.
Or we have to chump block. What? Oh, they do it that way. Interesting. Either way, we have to chump block. It's odd. If I was them, I wouldn't have paid the ward. I would have just got rid of the 1/3. It's the exact same chump block situation.
They just like spending extra mana because they can.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're really just forcing the issue.
Oh, righty then. So, just so everybody knows, I did jinx us. I let them know in Discord beforehand. I was like, oh, great. You went 7-2. I went 7-0. Here comes a nice 0-3 for us.
Nice little goose egg here. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. You know what's so funny? It's like...
I swear we're better players
both
than that.
you and I have made, like, the top 5 Mythic in Constructed, and just freaking goose egg a limited draft. What do we know?
I mean, that's a thing sometimes. I really thought that was a 5-win deck.
I know,
though.
I thought so too. Wow. All right, well, here's the post recap. Don't do what we did. But seriously, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for watching this collaboration. I love collaborating, so this was so much fun. Ace, MTG.
Yeah, and I mean, I absolutely love drafting, and it's what I usually do in my free time. They're usually not recorded, and a little sad that
this was
one
brutal.
was the
I mean, like,
one.
I'm at least happy that they were my cards instead of yours, because, you know, just good lord. But thank you so much for joining me. This was actually a blast. I had so much fun.
Yeah.
Even though we
was
got
awesome.
destroyed,
Yeah,
like
thank you.
totally face mopped. I mean, anyways, yeah. So by the way, if you haven't yet, definitely go to Ace MTG's YouTube channel. He is an awesome YouTube creator. This is a blatant shout out, but you really should check his stuff out. It's amazing. So.
And I always say this, anytime you shout out, check out the channel. You don't like it, don't subscribe. But the idea is, if you find a content creator you actually like, I always just hate shouting out, hey, go follow this person and subscribe. Because if you actually subscribe to somebody and you don't watch their videos, you actually hurt them as a channel, which is a crazy totally thing. Fair.
So anyways, yeah, check his stuff out. See if you like it. If you do, consider subscribing. I will put a link in the description here for his channel. So thank you so much again, guys, for watching.
Yeah, and awesome. Thank you for having me.